back to my channel. Today I'm here to show you how to make the Bikini Bottom from SpongeBob Squarepants TV show in Minecraft. The first thing to do to make the Bikini Bottom is to make the world. So I'm gonna show you how to make it, but first I'm gonna show you the settings. The first thing you need to do is to have the name Bikini Bottom if you want. That's what I have it. Well, I have it Bikini Bottom too, but for you it might be Bikini Bottom. So the next thing is game mode. If you want a survival, go ahead, have fun with that. If not, most likely it's gonna be creative. Difficulty, mostly gonna be peaceful. If you're doing survival, up to you, but peaceful. Then after that, go advanced. After advanced, I will talk about the different road you wanna do. I'll talk about that later, but right now I'm gonna just do the settings. So starting map. Yes, if you want to, you don't have to. You don't need this one. Yes, show coordinates. You don't need this one. You could have this one, yes. This one, yes. No, 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 and no. Or natural regeneration, yes. If you want to, it doesn't really matter. So after that will be this one, right? So, you need to turn it on. After that, up to you if you want to do normal or always. I recommend doing always. Keep inventory, yes. No, 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 yes, and no. And that's pretty much it. That is the setting. That's what you need. This is the setting to make the Bikini Bottom. But now, the how to actually make it, make the world. It is pretty simple. Just create and that's it. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what type of world do you want? Do you want a flat world? Do you want a regular one? Right, which one to do? So I will go over three roles that could be used to make the Bikini Bottom. Right, the three is the custom, the flat world, and regular. First thing I'll do is the flat world. So I want to go over the flat world and why you should do it, or maybe why not you should do it. So let's do it. So going to do the flat world, and I'm gonna talk about why you should do it or why not. Alright, so let's talk about a flat world, right? So, some good things about a flat world. The first thing is that it is flat. It's pretty good, so you don't need to worry about any landscape. Another thing is pretty good, that it's pretty easy to make, and it's pretty easy to get started making the Bikini Bottom. And that's pretty much it, why it's pretty good to make the flat world. I recommend you making a flat world if you cannot make a custom world. A custom world is probably the best way to make a world for Bikini Bottom, but a flat world is pretty good. And some bad things about a flat world is that you won't be able to make everything in the Bikini Bottom. You don't have a lot of room going downwards for rock bottom or good lagoon or many other things, but you'll still be able to make most things in the Bikini Bottom. And also you have to replace every block, well most blocks with sand, but some blocks you could keep for jellyfish field and kelp forest, but most blocks you have to replace with sand. The Bikini Bottom is mostly sand, so you're gonna have to replace a lot of blocks with sand. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it about a flat world. I would recommend you making a flat world if you cannot make a custom world. So let's talk about a custom world. So, a custom world, I know this is not a custom world, but think that this is a custom world. So, a custom world is much better than a flat world. A custom world, everything is sand. Everything is sand and it's flat. And also, you could have as many blocks you want going downwards, so you could still be able to make rock bottom and good lagoon. And you can pretty much make everything in the Bikini Bottom, so that's very good. And the downside, not very much. You won't be able to have natural landscapes. Any landscaping, you won't have it already there, or you won't have naturally landscape. You don't have a landscape that looks very natural. You have to make your own landscape, and you have to make it real look like it's very natural. And it's pretty hard to do it, but everything else, I would recommend you doing a custom mode. If you want to make a bikini bottom, this is probably the best way to do it. A custom mode, make everything already sand, so you don't need to replace the blocks with sand, and also you can make everything in the bikini bottom. That's pretty good. I would recommend you make a custom mode if you just want to make the bikini bottom about the structure and the buildings. But there's still one more world to make the bikini bottom in, and that is going to be the regular world, or the survival world. And this world is probably going to be the most difficult world to make the bikini bottom. There's so much you have to do. So let's talk about the good thing. The good thing is that you have natural landscape. So you got natural landscape to make hills, to make mountains. It's always there. But if it's not there, you could edit some of the landscape the way you want it to, or you could look at some of the landscape so you could see how naturally the landscape is. Another good thing is that you can make everything from the bikini bottom. You can make good lagoon, and you can make rock bottom, and many more. So you can make everything from the bikini bottom. But some bad things, and there's a lot of them. The first bad thing is that it's not a flat world. So you have to edit a lot of the landscape the way you want the landscape to be, and that's a lot of work. Also, you have to make more land. You have to make more land. There may be not enough land there, so you have to make a lot more. And also, you could take away some land. You're gonna have to take away some land, like you have to take out a mountain. So yes, there's a lot of work you have to do too, and just a lot of things with a regular world that you don't need to worry about in a flat world. You have to change so much about the landscape, and that could take a very long time before you could even make your first build. So also, it's going to be a long time making the bikini bottom, and that's probably the bad thing about the survival world. There might be more bad things about it, but those are probably the most bad things about making a survival world. So I do want to talk about what do I recommend for you to make. If you want to make a quick and easy bikini bottom and just worrying about the building and the structure of bikini bottom, then make a custom mode if you could. If you cannot make it, then make a flat world. I do not recommend making a survival world or a regular world. Don't make it. If you really want to do it, go ahead, but it will take a very long time before you actually start making a building. You have to do a lot of the landscape and everything. And that's pretty much it of the video. So I hope you liked the video. I see you in the next time. Bye.